have explained the time phenyl. Are we? Now let's go to phenol. That's what I'm actually heading to. But you know, without knowing phenyl, you can't get phenol. Without knowing benzene, you can't get what is phenol, and you can't see what is phenyl. What even phenoxy or phenoxide agent. All these things are synonymous, and it's just a little changing. Are we together in Yoruba? This is their father's something. Baba oni. Ondo wa bi gbogbo ile. Ondo bi gbogbo ile. Akamayo amafikun. It kind of substituting in, removing, reduction, inducing. Are we? Amayo amafisi. Amayo amafisi. Then we'll be getting each. We'll get this. We get this. We get this. How? I've explained how to get this. Just remove one hydrogen from this one. It will be C6H5. That is phenyl or phenyl. Now, the removal of one hydrogen atom from this family name, which is benzene, and the replacing of that with oxygen, are we together? You replace it with, actually, you won't remove that hydrogen completely, partially. You will just slot in oxygen inside. That means the addition of, you can make it, the addition of hydroxy group, phenol, that is there, alcohol, alkanol, that is there, are we together? Meaning it should be having OH. Are we together? So the addition of OH to phenyl is what we form what? Phenol. Hope I'm communicating. The addition of OH to what? To phenyl is what we call phenol. Are we together? And you know that we said the symbol for what? Re or phenyl, it is AR. Are we together? Now, when I had OH to it like this, this has become what? This is the what? This is the functional group, or let me call it what symbolizes what we know as phenol. This is Re. Re plus hydroxy group. Hydroxy group. I've explained what is Re, which is the removal of one hydrogen from benzene, which we have C6H5. This is phenyl. Phenyl, known as, we can use it AR to represent as Re group. Are we together from aromatic? Plus OH. So the addition of this OH, you know, the H that we remove from here, are we together? And with the RH, make it partial, and you slot in oxygen inside. Are we together? Or you remove that H completely and you slot in OH inside. It's what form what? Phenol. Phenol. Which is C6H what? Now let's join this and this together. C6H5OH. This is what? Phenol. Hope you are getting me. Are we? That means phenyl. The addition of hydroxy group, which is OH, to phenyl, give us phenol. But all comes from benzene. C6H6, that is what it is. We remove one hydrogen, phenyl, and we have OH to it, which is what? Now phenol. Hope I'm communicating. And I told you that AROH, Re plus hydroxy group, serve as phenol. This is the molecular formula. Why this is the functional group that will tell us that this is actually what? Phenol. Hope I'm communicating. That is that under that. Now let's try and explain what is phenol. Phenol could be explained as, or could be defined, for those jotting. It could be explained as the what? As the addition or the inducement of what? Hydroxy group into phenyl. The addition of an hydroxy group, OH, into phenyl, this one, lead to the production of phenol as a result of their family's name, benzene. Hope you are getting what I'm saying. You can define it like that. So the addition of an hydroxy group to phenyl is what we call phenol. And it has a functional group AROH, Re and OH. That is the second point. It is an aromatic what? Hydrocarbon. It has a molecular formula C6H5OH. Phenol. C6H5 with phenyl. Then we have OH to phenol. Are we together? And it has a structural formula. It's still the same thing. You know, I said all comes from benzene. You draw your ink one like this. And you put, this is phenyl or phenyl. then you put OH. When you are the addition of OH to it now, how together make it phenol. It will now be like this. Are we? It will be like this OH. This is phenol. This is phenyl. This is hydroxy group. So the addition of, that's what I'm explaining. The addition of hydroxy group to what? Phenyl gives us what? Phenol. Hope I'm communicating. But all comes from what? If I remove this one, all comes from benzene. Are we together? So that means if you don't know benzene, you can't actually know what is phenyl. If you don't know what is phenyl, you can't get what is what? Phenol. Are we together? So that's where I'm going to. Now, let's quickly explain phenoxy. The phenoxy means, you know, this. Once you understand phenol, you can get phenoxy. How? Just remove the deduction or the deduction of hydrogen from this particular structural formula. It's what we know as phenoxy. Let me just erase this. We are left with what? We are left with this. Then know that you put minus there. It's looking